Are you ready? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
I like this. Half football inside.
Like that?
Mm-hmm. Post-game video here. The 19th hole here of the outdoor line. Thanks for tuning in this morning. A lot to cover. You gotta love springtime. So much to do. Opportunities busting out everywhere.
All kinds of stuff going on.
Springer fishing's happening. Just kind of starting to tick the meter down there, the springometer. Talked to Eric Lindy this past, yesterday. He said the springers are just starting to come in. They've been getting 1 to 3 bites a day down there in that Davis Bar area. Willamette's puking right now, high and dirty. So pretty much everything is from Davis Bar on up to Bonneville. Of course, there's not. They've only had 16 fish over Bonneville as of yesterday.
16?
So
A little behind the 10-year average.
15 adults and 1 little jack.
But you look at the weather. You look at the weather we've had, though. It's been really, really freaking cold. Not that we've been here during that.
We were in Costa Rica last week. We avoided all that
the
garbage.
Snow.
Yeah.
So did I.
So did you.
Yeah.
So did you.
So, but the springers are coming in. March 20th is kind of when things start happening down there anyway. Eric thinks it's going to continue to build in the next week. Of course, what do you got till April 6th on the main stem there?
Yeah, and then you got an opportunity in the Willamette, but because there's been some reduced pressure down there, reduced catches, we might get an extension on that particular fishery. And I'm going to a North of Falcon meeting today at Mill Creek. We'll probably have a little insight into that as well. So make sure you tune in next week.
The other thing that's happening is the Cowlitz River bee run is in full swing down there right now. Derek Anderson from Screaming Reels Guide Service is down there schwacking them out. Talked to Todd Daniels from Tall Tales Guide Service. 8 to 12 hookups a day. Fish in the mid-teens every day. Guys on the bank are getting them. Guys on the drift boats are getting them. Guys on the jet boats are
Lots of
getting them.
limits. Posting lots of limits.
The thing of it is, the river's high and mighty right now. Got to work the edges. Those fish are hugging the banks. Anywhere from 9,000 CFS on up to 11,000 CFS. That's a lot of water. Those fish aren't going to be where they were when it was 6,000 CFS. They're going to be pushed over to the edges. So pound the edges on the Cowlitz.
Fish the edges. One of the best advices you can give anybody with regard to river fish or out in the saltwater. And I got a chance to go hit the saltwater yesterday. We found fish on the edges of the banks. Okay. The edge concept extends from the rivers into lakes, into the sound, and even hunting you can make a comment.
Did you see the crossover there?
Yeah, he just stole the show.
Right back to salmon.
He just stole the show. Well, then, you know what? I'm going to cork you on that deal. We're just going to go right to kokanee.
Let's do that.
Because we're salmon.
It's just salmon.
So hang in there.
We're starting the Northwest Kokanee Zone.
Northwest Kokanee Zone. He tried to steal it right there. Northwest Kokanee Zone, Washington, Oregon, Idaho. 15 weeks of everything going on relative to kokanee. And the cool thing is, we're gonna basically highlight the top 15. I'm gonna go the top 5 in each state. We're gonna talk about interstate comparative, what works, what doesn't, and we're gonna also branch out and go, what's going on in Idaho? How does it carry over? What does or doesn't work here in Washington? You got a lot of guys out there. This kokanee thing is blowing up big time. We're getting on board. We've been on board. I have tons of information coming. Technique, water temperature, where to find them, depths that you troll, colors, UV, when to use it, when not. Types of bait, scent, I mean, you name it, it's going to be out. We're going to go 15 weeks on this, at least one full segment every show for 15 weeks. We got giveaways, Rob. We got two.
Yeah. 2
Lamaglass kokanee rods that we're giving away, top of the line.
One.
You're stealing one?
Oh, one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they're shipping them to me.
My stuff's kind of heavy.
They're shipping them to me.
Too. Yeah, true. Good
point.
point.
So we will be giving away 2 kokanee rods here.
I have a pallet of kokanee corn.
Kokanee corn.
Wow.
Kokanee corn off the cob. 9 colors of kokanee corn by your favorite bait company, Potskis, is just loaded us up. We have kokanee derbies coming up. We're going to be attending, and we got a lot of giveaways, a lot of things to discuss.
It's a fun deal, man. The guys in the kayaks are catching them. You know a guy that's been out in his raft catching kokanee.
Yeah, you know what we're going to do? We're going to break this down. You can go crazy with kokanee and spend the vault. I mean, it can become very expensive, but you know what? Early season, we can rewind this thing back to how they used to do it in the days of old. And there are guys out there in rafts and in kayaks, early season, subsurface troll, long lines. There's techniques to use, and me and Robo talked about them on the ride up. You're going to find ways to catch kokanee early season. Don't have to spend your kids' college tuition just to get
or get a second mortgage on the house.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
And I mean, there are even still fishing techniques. In some of the waters
that jump
for them
too.
Absolutely,
guys are jigging for them. If you got electronics, you can locate those schools, drop a little jig down there, and pop them up.
It all works.
Lots going on here, and we haven't even talked about shrimp and crabbing, lingcod, halibut.
All coming on.
You gotta love springtime, man.
Stuff's going crazy here, and opening day of trout season's coming. We
less than
haven't
a month
even
away.
been to that.
About a month
Less than a
away.
month.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
There we go. So we got a lot to talk about in the coming weeks here on the Outdoor Line. Don't forget to tune into the Outdoor Line next weekend, 6 to 8 a.m. on 710 ESPN Seattle. We'll be broadcasting live next week from the Anacortes Derby, but we will be covering all the rest of this stuff too.
Absolutely.
Thanks for listening.